Right, it's nearly 12 o'clock. We're back to 12 o'clock tonight. Well, again, it's raining a bit earlier. It doesn't seem to be raining now, so that's good. Well, it's drizzly. I'd say we've got a bit of drizzle. I held them here for a second because there was a woman in front. I didn't want them pestering the woman too much, so that's good. Anyway, I mean, the main point today will be about it's Idaho news again, I think, yeah. Well, because, guarantee you one thing. Well, at least I think I can guarantee you one thing. I don't think they've got anywhere near the tough cases yet. Because most years, Secret Santa goes to people, to a woman who is looking after children after her husband died all of a sudden. I mean, there's one where the husband died of wasp attack. Stung by 3 wasps, died. There's another where the woman, I saw it today, oh jeez, went to bed with her husband, woke up, he was dead in the morning. She'd only just got pregnant with her first child. They'd only been together for about a year. He'd had an epileptic fit during the night and died. I mean, you can't imagine for a second going through that. Just can't imagine it. How horrendous that would be, waking up next to the person that you love more than anything in the world, and you can see them laying there and they're gone, they're dead. There's no life in them now. It's like, my God, what an awful, 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 awful thing to happen. Just terrible. I did the video earlier about the drunk driver who killed the son and the brother. Those are the real cases. Those are the ones that when they do those, box of tissues, no, forget that. Forget that, you need a bloody bath towel. Box of tissues, nowhere near enough. You need a bath towel to deal with that, you really do. And the reason why I say to people subscribe to their YouTube channel is not only do you get these videos, you get highlights, you get notifications of them, they do updates from the people as well that they do the videos of. And the updates are lovely because you get to hear how the people are now. That's nice. That's always good to see. But also, you get to see that this is a proper news network. It's not just some news network that deals with this stuff. It's a proper news network that deals with news. It deals with the terrible things that can happen. A missing child. A murder of young people. These things. Nate Eaton, the person who presents the Secret Santa, he has to cover these other news stories as well. And when you think, what an absolute blessing the Secret Santa time is for him. He, like every other news reporter, has to report on all these nasty things that humans do to each other. Now he gets to see the nice things. Lucy, come away from there, come on. Dogsy Dog's trying to find food. I remember when I was younger, we used to have news networks that they weren't anything like this. They didn't have these Secret Santa. But they did do nice stories. They did them. As well as doing the normal news, they did nice stories. Because normally it was up to the national news, not local news. For the big stories. The big scary stories were all on national news. Local news was, like in the summer, it was who's growing the biggest turnip, that sort of thing, at the county fair. That was nice. They don't do it anymore. They don't do that anymore. They should do. It's nice. It's different. It's, It's news stories that can make you smile. I mean, they're just beautiful. Those sort of stories are nice. You want to see more of that, really. And you do. Of course you do. Mollie, come. Border Collie. Wait. Come on, keep up. Dozy dog. But yeah, I mean, for that news network, I mean, don't think for a second, just before I move on, don't think that they're the ones who are Secret Santa, because I don't think they are. I think there is a degree of honesty with the Secret Santa thing, that it's an anonymous person, or I think there's probably a number of anonymous people. I don't think it's one, I think there's probably quite a few. Yeah. So yeah, there's probably quite a few anonymous people who give to the Secret Santa program. I think Mollie's collar is starting to fade. Then again, she's always looking away. Mollie! Come on! Yes, it's a bit wet. It has been raining, that'd be why. Come on, Donut, this way. Come on, always waiting for you, ain't we? Always waiting for you. The Border Collie, yes. Well, there doesn't seem to be any wind today, that's good. That's good. Right. Yeah, I love the Secret Santa stuff. I really do. I mean, it's... If you want to see compassion, you want to see kindness, you want to see even a degree of empathy, generosity, really want to see what Christmas is about. Giving. Not to be known to be the giver, just to be a giver. That's what it's about. I see someone the other day stocking up for Christmas presents, you know, in the local supermarket, filling their trolley, jam-packed full. And I said to that person, I said, I don't do that. I said, I haven't done that for years. I don't buy presents for people at Christmas. If there's someone I care about, I just buy them something and give it to them. If I see something that I think they will like, I buy it for them, I give it to them. Simple. That way, it's a gift. It's a proper gift. That's what gift giving is supposed to be about. I saw this and I thought of you. So at Christmas and at birthdays, you give because you're expected to give. You don't give because you want to. You don't really look around because you're thinking about that person. What can I get that person that'd be nice? After a while, it's, oh, I've got to buy a present for that person as well, have I? Oh, God, here we go. All right, let's get down to the shops then. Let's buy a few crappy presents for these people. Yeah. That's what Christmas and birthdays are about. You've got to do it. You're expected to buy. Oh yeah, I mean yeah. Families at Christmas. If one family member has been forgotten in the present buying, that can be a very uncomfortable time when that person comes round and they've been forgotten. There's nothing for them under the tree. It's like, oh, you're giving me. That's not good. And now, you know, you have people that forget that, you know, the song says the 12 days of Christmas. The 12 days. That's what Christmas is supposed to be, 12 days. You've got people putting decorations up now. And it's a mixture of Christmas stuff and winter festival decorations, really. Well, again, for people that have no understanding of Christ, and that Christmas means Christ Mass Day, Christ Celebration Day. Mass means celebration. Christ Mass Day. Christ Celebration Day. That's what Christmas means. Of course, you ask most people, what does Christmas mean? Oh, it means this man in a red outfit and a hat and a little fat jolly person comes down the chimney and gives presents to children. You go to a store and children can sit on his lap. Or to adults. Well, it's a time when we get together, we get drunk, we have loads of parties, puke up everywhere, have sex with someone who's working at the office that we fancied for years. And, we drive occasionally as well. Most people would make no mention of the real purpose of Christmas. Even, if you ask people, would most people, if you had 20 things that you would mention about Christmas, would giving be amongst that? Presents might be, but would giving be mentioned specifically? No. No. See, generosity, giving. That giving without desire to receive, even to receive thanks, is really what things like Christmas are all about. If you want to see what Christmas is all about, that's what it's all about. I mean, the complicated thing, from a Christian point of view, is that Yeshua, otherwise known as Jesus, was not born on the 25th of December. Sorry, folks, that isn't what happened. He would have been born in springtime. How do you know he would have been born in springtime? He is counted as the Lamb of God. He was born in lambing season. Lambing season in Israel is when? Same as lambing season in the rest of Europe, because Israel has European weather. Same sort of time zone as Europe. So they have their winter and we have our winter. Their winter is cold, same as ours would have been in those days. You wouldn't have had lambs being born in winter. They'd have been born in spring. So it's quite likely that Yeshua would have been born around about the time of year that he died. Because the time that he died, apparently Easter Friday, when it wasn't Easter Friday actually, we're not going to go into that one yet. He would have died on the Thursday of Easter, not the Friday. But it would have been that time of the year, March, April sort of time that he'd have been born. So anyway, well, I've done much stuff on this issue of Christmas. And basically, I know that God is not wanting people to celebrate Christmas. Not his people. God is not wanting his people to give weeks of the year to this pagan festival, because it is a pagan festival. It's a festival that was put together by the Catholic Church to try and force pagans to be Catholics. And it's got nothing to do with Christianity. And so even the date they chose was the date of the winter solstice. It wasn't the date that the Lord was born. Because the people doing it didn't have a clue. They didn't have a clue about the Lord. They didn't have a clue about, him being the Lamb of God. Because if they did, they would have realised springtime, not winter. They didn't even think about it because it didn't matter to them. The whole point of it was to cover over this pagan festival. Amber! Amber! Come on, this way. Over here, come on. Come on, Amber, this way. Come on, back here. She'd always go ahead. She's going ahead trying to find food over there. That's what it is. She's going ahead sneaking over there so she can search for food. So I'm nowhere near. So I don't see her eating food. eating whatever it is she's eating over there. So, no, sorry, you stay with us. Now she's running, which is good. She's running back to the others. Good. Yeah. Yeah, so basically, what God has said to me is, if you want to have a good meal, if you want to have a drink, then combine New Year's with that. Because at least in New Year's, you're saying goodbye to the previous year, and you're looking forward to the year ahead, and to what you hope is going to be happening in that year ahead. So get together with your loved ones to see out the previous year and bring in the new year. Have a lovely meal with your friends. So basically, the people you would choose to be with. So not your family in most cases. Not your family, your friends. The people you choose to have in your life. Family you don't choose to have in your life. I mean, you might choose to keep them in your life, but you don't choose to have them in your life. You might choose to be closer to them than other people are to their families. But generally speaking, there's a rule with family. At times like Christmas, you're going to have them in your life. That's the thing, isn't it, really, for most people? Not for me, but for most people, that is the thing. Yep. Yeah, indeed. But, yes. The one thing I look forward to now, after last year and the year before, honestly, at this time of the year, is the East Idaho News and their Secret Santa, to see what's going on this time. Who are they going to? What are the cases? Yeah, what have these people been through? Yeah, what do these people mean to? Because generally speaking, the way it works with a Secret Santa is that somebody writes in. Who they write into, I don't know. Do they write into East Idaho News? I've got no idea. Do they write into... no idea. It must be East Idaho News, I imagine they write into. The East Idaho News probably pass the letters to the organisation that is the Secret Santa, I guess. I would guess that probably is the case. And then, from there, they look at the cases, they look at the letters, and I mean, I have no idea what they're looking for necessarily. Wait, leave it now. What you got? Come here, give us that. Give us that. Over there. Right, 1 second. Is that lid starting to come off? No. It's still on. Oh, that's very Oasis. It's called Oasis. It's summer fruits. I think it's a cordial, which is weird. Why would someone have a cordial out here? I understand a drink you normally get from Tesco's. That's like a fizzy one, maybe. Not sure if this is fizzy. Oh, it is leaking out the top. Okay, not good. Yeah, it's leaking out the top, so my hand is going to get dirty, filthy. Well, wet. I suppose it's wet. Ah, that's a good group. Wet. Yes. I mentioned him before in videos. Wet. Good group. Right, something like they're a good group. Are you struggling to get older, are you? Okay. Hello, Muddy Coddy. Muddy Coddy with the papa. Oh, Muddy Coddy. It's a good girl. What's up, Muddy? Muddy! Bit of fun with Muddy Coddy. Look at what someone's done to that bin. Jesus. Come on. Respect property, for goodness sake. They've trashed it completely. Obviously someone was bored. Thank you, Mollie Collie. Good girl. Yay! There you go, we'll move on there. Anyway. Yeah, so we've got all that to come. All those gorgeous stories to come. All those people that you look at and your heart just breaks for these people. So many of these people, what they've been through. And when there's one where, again, last year, I think it was a last year's story, where a lady, her husband had died. Secret Santa found out about the wife and the husband and the work they did, I think, within the community. And Secret Santa paid for the funeral because the wife couldn't. She couldn't afford it. Wait, come here now. Come on this way. Don't worry about that, it's just a person walking up. Come on this way. On you get. Go on. What's that? Different Oasis bottle. Okay. The big bottle was Oasis. That bottle was Oasis. Weird. That's not the same bottle, I'm sure. Mollie's still got her bottle. Still got your bottle, Mollie. It's the same stuff, Oasis. Weird. Lucy, come here. You've lost your collar. Nutter, what are you doing losing your collar? Jesus. Emma, get in now. Right, 1 second. Right, video died for a second, don't know why. Got that bottom of my fingers stink now. Was that Oasis drink? Yeah, Lucy lost the collar. Again, she has a habit of doing it. Right, no more of that. Go on, Chewie, you take it. Take it, mate. Yes, anyway, so yes. Yeah, someone wrote a letter in saying that the woman couldn't afford to pay for the funeral. So the Secret Santa did that. Pay for the funeral for this lady. And one has to say, beautiful. That's a lovely thing. It really is. It's a lovely thing to do because obviously for this lady it meant the world. Yeah. There's nothing else that anyone could have done that could have meant more to her than that. And again, that's what it's about. Where is the need? Meet the need. That's what Christmas is about. Meet the need. Where was the need? For the original Christmas, where was the need? Well, God saw that man could not reach heaven. Man could not reach God at all. So God said, right, I'm going to send my son down to them and he will act as a bridge between man and me. Therefore, they come to me through him. That was given. For God gave his only begotten son because there was a need, because man couldn't do it. God watched, and for years, it's that little thing, isn't it? That you try and get your way to heaven, you start climbing the ladder, then you look at your neighbour. I don't, but no. But yeah, that's how the story goes, isn't it? You see this attractive person, you look at them and go, oh, she's nice, right down the bottom again. Got to start up again. Then you take offence to something and you get angry. And you're near to the top and you're right down the bottom again. And God saw that there was no way that people were going to make it. Yeah, because you had to sacrifice a pure lamb. You had to sacrifice a pure this or that or the other. And there were strict rules to go by. And God said, well, this is not working really, is it? You know, people aren't able to keep to this. You know, sin is just getting in the way of this, really. So we need to find a way to get rid of that. Well, no, God didn't say we need to find a way. God said there was a plan from the beginning of time. It's now time to bring this plan to fruition. The whole point for all that time was for Yeshua, the Son of God, to come. That was the whole point. That was what it was all about. To bring that to pass. Amber, behave. Behave. 1 second. There you go. Speaking of two people, whenever I meet people, I tell them about East Idaho News as well now, because well, it's a nice thing. Yeah, if they can see the videos and enjoy the videos, then it will hopefully brighten up their Christmas as well. Well, certainly, you know, East Idaho News goes right into sort of towards the end of December, so that's when they stop doing these secret Santas. So right up to that point, which is just beautiful, absolutely beautiful. As I say, I mean, yeah, I'm not sure if this year if they're gonna do, you know, the tragic sort of stories. So far, they've done the sort of the happy ones. You know, somebody at a school. I think the custodian was the last one they did. The custodian at the school, which is basically the janitor, but they call it custodian. Come on, this way. Come on, this way. We got you all? Yeah, you're all there. Okay. Yeah, so the custodian got gifts. He got a new car. Yes. Well, because his car broke down and it was a real mess. And he kept on getting cars and they kept on breaking down. So, yeah, Secret Santa got him a new car. And all the kids applauded and it was lovely. It was a lovely story. But there wasn't really any tragedy involved, which was nice. But the one where tragedy's involved, in a way, they're nicer. Because you know that these people have really been through it. And they get a blessing. And that's absolutely beautiful. Yeah. Them getting a blessing, you know, means so much. Really does. I mean, and it should be encouraging to everyone. Because, you know, if you're in that sort of situation where you've been through a lot, yeah, these people have people that care for them and look out for them, and you will as well. You'll have people who would write to a Secret Santa if they could, if they knew of one, to bless you. So just know that. Just know that, you know, you're going to have people who care about you. Yeah, you might not have people that make it completely bloody obvious that they do, but there's people. Yeah. And, you know, hopefully they make themselves aware. They make you aware of that. Yeah. Hi. Well, I just hope that these people that have been through so much. I mean, there was one story, I think it was the... I'm not absolutely certain, but I think it was the one where... Come on. It was where the wife died. Now, I think it was the one... Riley! Oi! Chewie, leave it now. You've got lots of dinky indoors, okay? Amber, leave, walk away. I think it was the one where the wife died in the garage. I think it was that one. I'm not completely sure. But there was one where the bloke had actually met someone. He was looking after young children and he'd met someone, and the children loved the woman that he was now seeing. And that's beautiful, because it means that, you know, the man and the children are moving forward now. You know, they'll never forget the mother. He'll never forget his wife that died. But he's moving forward now. He's healing. And the children are healing. Yeah? The children now have a situation where there's now another woman in their life. And I think at least one of the children was a female, was a girl, young girl, so therefore it would help that young girl to have a woman there to help her. Yeah. Come on, this way. This way. Now. This way, come on. Wait. Shut up. Go on. Lucy-Lou, shush, now. Oh, I mean, yeah. So stuff like that was, really, really nice to see. And that was one of the updates that they did. They showed that in one of the updates, so that was nice. Yeah, so, yeah. But as I said earlier, they do show sometimes updates from the stories. But not all the updates where you see, or certainly where the people say that they've met someone else. Some will, some won't. Some will have met someone else, some won't have met someone else. Some will have started moving forward, others won't. I mean, as I said before, the way two people could go through something very, very similar, or even something exactly the same. How it affects one person is not necessarily the same as how it affects someone else. And you just need to let people heal at their own pace. And in that, certainly updates, you'll see evidence of that, where some people heal quicker than others. But it doesn't mean, just because you heal quicker, it doesn't mean that the person who's healed quicker has forgotten or didn't love their husband or wife that died as much as the other person. Doesn't mean that at all. It's just they were able to move forward. Maybe they just had the right people around them to help them. I don't know. Maybe they've just had the right people around them, or even their partner was such a person who made them know that they should move on. I mean, to be honest, think about it in this sense. What's worse? To have someone die, in a moment. You're working in the garage with your wife, with your children there, then you go to another room with one of your children, you come back and your wife is dead on the floor. There was no suffering. So although you didn't have a chance to say goodbye, and saying goodbye is important, yes. But at least there was no suffering. At least he didn't have an argument before she died. She knew that he loved her. So that's good. When it's a long drawn out thing through illness, that can be a lot harder to get over. Although, actually, you can get over it a lot quicker because the person's going to die. So you can start preparing for it a lot quicker. And you can get over it relatively quickly. Depending upon who you are. Death is something that's going to come for us all in the end. That's the reality. As I said in the previous video, if you're with somebody and that person is a person that God made for you, that person is a person that makes you whole. Send the other way around, you make them whole. That person loves you, that they love to breathe. You love them in the same way. If God said to you, do you want me to take you first, knowing that she will suffer because you've left her? That she will mourn your loss, you being gone. Or do you want me to take her first, so that she won't have to go through that, but you will? Those people that were left behind, they would most likely have said, take them first. I'll be the one that suffers, not them. I'll be the one who does it on my own, not them. Yeah. I'll tell you, I mean, East Idaho News, what it does show you with the Secret Santa is that there is incredible beauty still out there. There really is. Because these people that have gone through a heck of a lot, that shows you that there's pain. There's immense pain out there. But then, when that Secret Santa gives a gift, it shows that there's immense love. Immense love to meet that pain. And that is gorgeous. Simple. Absolutely gorgeous. My Carly, how you doing? You alright, Bubba girl? Good girl, my Carly. Oh dear. Well, when I first started to walk tonight, it wasn't windy. Now it's windy. Weird. Aye. Well, I cheered one of the women up when I paused the video last time. They wanted to see the dogs. You know, I said I told them about the East Idaho News. I cheered one of them up. I said, "You two related, aren't you?" "Yeah, we're sisters." "Oh, okay, cool." I said to one of them, I said, "You're younger though." She went, "Yeah." I said, "You look about 5 years younger." She said, "No, 25 minutes younger." I went, "Oh, right, okay." I said to the other one, I said, "No," I said, "I didn't mean anything by it." I said, "It's just that the one I said you're younger." I said, "You've got slightly chubbier cheeks, and that makes you look younger." And the other sister said, "Yeah, I knew she looked younger. About 5 years younger, yeah." She said, "I always knew that." And they took it well. Slight foot in mouth, really. But there you go, they were enjoying playing with the dogs. It's windy again. Jeez, it's always windy in this bit. Always windier in this bit than any other bit. That bit down there, well, I suppose, they've got the wall that sort of stops the wind. Yeah, here there's nothing stopping the wind, is there? That's why it's the windiest bit here. That's why you can barely hear me when I go down this bit. Well, in this bit I won't say anything important then, I guess. Just show the doggies. There you go, there's the doggies. It's been wet, a bit rainy. But I got my water buckets in the garden. The massive water buckets. So the new one is starting to fill now, which is good. It means there'll be plenty of water for the doggies. And they tend not to freeze as well. Certainly if they're full, they don't freeze. The coldest of weather, so that's good. So, yeah, hopefully they'll both be nice and full by the time we get the coldest of weather. So, yeah. Well, the importance of programs like East Idaho News doing the Secret Santa is that there's an awful lot of people who really have never seen acts of love. Really haven't. And, you know, some of the people that they go to, they've forgotten acts of love. So they've forgotten that there are acts of love, shall I say. And that's where often you see the remarkable reaction, where the people get incredibly emotional. That's because the people are witnessing an act of love that they never thought they would see. So even though people wrote in to the, I think the news channel, yes, probably, these people cared for them. But when you see these pure acts of love, there's no desire for recognition from the giver. And I tell you what, a bit of overwhelming of love is a good thing. We need more of that. We really do. We need to see more of that. But that's why, you know, they also do the good. Oh goodness, something Fridays. They do good wishing Friday. Some of that. Anyway, you know, to people that have done good things during the week. Yeah, they give gifts out to those people as well. You know, tokens to cinema, or to get food, or get some clothing. Yeah, which is nice. That's something they do once a week. So yeah, that's good. I don't think they would be too horrified if people all over the world aren't watching their normal day-to-day news broadcasts that they put on YouTube. I don't think they would be affected at all if people are only focusing on the Friday one and the Secret Santa. I think they would quite understand that. Don't worry about just doing that. I don't think they would care. That wind really has picked up. My goodness me. There was no wind at all when I first came out. But about an hour later, suddenly it's real blasty. Not cold though at all. Not cold at all. No. Look at that. Look at that. Just going on its own. Kick it. He put it down and it just rolled on its own because of the wind. And money got Papa. Well, I'm money. There you go. We came back to the car now. That's the second time around the park. So that's what we do. This is our midnight walk and talk. So you take care. God bless. I will speak to you soon. And have a wonderful week. And the rest of the weekend coming up. Take care. God bless. Bye bye.